Howdy, y'all. King Bob coming at you from King Bob's Kingdom, and today is the day. Sim Update 4 has just dropped, so I'm going to do a quick before and after on my system. So right now I'm sitting in Newark Airport by, it's the add-on Drzecki's Designs, I think it's called. It's a heavy hitter when it comes to frames. And right now we have no traffic going. We're running the PMDG 777-200ER. And you can see my frames are bouncing around. About south of 90 frames a second. And that's with frame gen on, so that in reality means you're getting about 45 frames a second. I'm running at 3440 by 1440. Pretty much everything max except for TLOD and OLOD, but we'll go into the settings in a few here. But you can see it's looking pretty good. We're using about just south of 10 gigs worth of VRAM, which is pretty much what my frame rate counter says also. You know, south of 90 frames a second. Everything looks good except for main thread. GPUs, I guess we're limited by no, we're limited by main thread, not GPU. The GPU is doing fine. It's the main thread, which is a 9800X3D by AMD, so, you know, it's not too shabby. Just to put things in perspective, the PC I'm running this on is a 9800X3D AMD with a 4090 and 64 gigs of DDR5, so it's not exactly a mid-range machine. Not exactly top of the line anymore with 5090, but you can see what I get roughly. Because you do the spin, you'll see the frames will fluctuate, and you'll get tiny little stutters, and they'll drop. But I'm perfectly happy with that. So we're going to compare this. Go inside the plane. Actually, that'd be a good idea. This is inside the plane. Sitting about, I don't know, 75, 76, 77 frames a second. Again, with frame gen on, that's half that. And just going to my views, you could see how it fluctuates. More than playable. Very happy with that. And I'll show you my settings. We go out to the to the menu. Can't speak today. 3440 by 1440. I run TAAA. Frame gen at 2 times. And my global rendering TLOD's at 100. Pretty much everything up, you know, maxed out except for TLOD and OLOD objects level of detail. The only other things I keep turned down is like character variety. I don't know why, but I must have got that tweak someplace. But pretty much everything on ultra. Actually, let's just bump this back up to ultra anyways, because, you know, why not? And the things that are off, I don't like motion blur. I use traffic, so I will turn off parked aircraft quantity, things like that, that Beyond ATC and SI suggests. But pretty much everything at max. So let's turn on, let's go back outside. Let's turn on some Beyond ATC. And Beyond ATC, we're also going to be running at maxed. So it's going to be 10s. I could show you that too when it loads up. Come on. I don't like how you have to put in a flight plan for Beyond ATC to generate traffic, but I just did a Newark down to Philadelphia. It's initializing that traffic. There we go. I'll show you my settings for Beyond ATC. You can see I'm wrong. I thought I had everything maxed out with Beyond ATC, but it's actually at the default settings, 5 across the board. So let's let that load up. Let's get some traffic loaded. Let's see what that does to our frames. Again, this is all in SU3. We're going to compare this to SU4. Will it be the big uplift that everybody's suggesting? I'm going to guess on lower to medium end hardware, yeah, you're probably going to get a nice bump. Maybe on higher end hardware like mine, maybe not so much. So we got some traffic coming into beyond ATC right now, you can see. And we're still holding around about 80 frames a second, so obviously it takes a little bit of a nosedive, but that's with traffic. So we will compare those numbers in SU4, so let's go inside the plane too with traffic on. It's holding just south of 70, 65, 66. Main thread is getting, or the CPU is getting beat up. That's kind of the way it is. Scroll around inside the... Say hello. Hello! You can see it's in the 60s, which is playable, which is kind of sad when you think about it. I mean, that's 30 frames per second you're getting with FrameGen. But go back outside. I'm going to shut down the sim, boot up SU4, clean out my community folder, and then we'll do a compare and contrast. So I'll see you in a bit. And I'm back. The Sim Update 4 is now installed. And I did my typical. I went through, I deleted the rolling cache, I deleted the shader cache for the NVIDIA drivers, and what else did I do? I did something else. Come on, don't get old. Oh yeah, renamed the community folder to community old. Started up the game with no community folder, just straight up from Steam. Let it create a new community folder, exited the game, deleted the community folder it created, and renamed my, this gets confusing, renamed my community old folder back to community, which has all my add-ons in it, basically. And rebooted the PC, and I'm back in. So you can see, I think before we were sitting, what, about like 90, so we've gained, I don't know, 20 some odd frames a second, 25 frames a second. That's pretty nice. Still limited by main thread, but certainly seems smoother. I see it going all the way up to 130 at times. Let's go inside the plane. Oh yeah. Don't remember what my numbers were before, but we could just roll back and take a look. But 120, 122, basically with FrameGen on, none of the settings have changed. So pretty much getting 60 frames a second. And let's just go through our views. They seem smoother too. But they've done something. Asobo and company, looks like SU4. Maybe I was going to be wrong here. I thought it was going to cater more toward low end and medium, but looks like it's also catering toward the higher end machines. So let's turn on Beyond ATC and see where that gets us. I'm loading up Beyond ATC now. Come on. Almost there. Let's go. Complete. Okay. Now let's wait for the traffic to start spawning in. And again, the traffic is at 5. I mean, we're getting to the point here where I won't need frame gen anymore. I'm going to get 60 frames a second. That's pretty damn nice. So traffic is starting to spawn, and you can see those little spikes. So we see some. Bunch of United over there. And it's holding steady. Let's pull down beyond ATC here. Go double check the settings. Yep, at 5. Let's crank it. See what happens. Take some time for the traffic to regenerate. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing, so, like the RAM usage is a little bit down too, so that's a good thing too. Just south of, 10 gig, and here we go. So this is with Beyond ATC maxed at 10. And we are getting some really nice frames inside the plane. Now we're over 100 frames a second in the normal pilot view. So we'll take that any day of the week. El Al sitting off to my right over there. So I guess Sim Update 4 really is all that. Not quite sure what else it fixes or what else it breaks, but I'm liking the performance factor of it. It looks like everybody that was in the beta was spot on when they said you would see a nice performance uplift. So turn it beyond ATC off. Yeah, I'm digging it. This Newark Airport is a heavy one to run. You can see my settings have not changed. 3440 by 1440 TAA, still running frame gen. Curious if I could bump up TLOD and OLD. I'll have to play with that, but out of the box, it's pretty much everything is still at ultra. That reverted back. We'll just set back that up to ultra. And there's this new seatbelt visibility setting. I'm not really sure what that does, but yeah, everything cranked. I'm looking at a lot. So this is King Bob from King Bob's Kingdom. Go out and get your SU4. You're not going to have a choice if you want to play, but hopefully you see the nice improvements that I've been seeing. So everybody have a wonderful day out there. See ya.